know well, then know MBTI well as well in my correct circle of people.
The averages. You know that like when you have a 4-letter like type, it doesn't mean that you're only that type. You're more than your type.
I know that it's more than the type, but I feel people are very complex. People are more complex, and you can have an E and also have an I, and they can be in such a similar it's so hard to explain, but I feel like I'm using an E sometimes. Like I can stand in the shower and I can realize that I have made a connection about something that I didn't even realize that I made until it suddenly just revealed to me. And I can't explain it. This is the best that I can explain it. And then I can be in a conversation with somebody and come up with a bunch of ideas, which means that I feel like I can use all of the functions, and it doesn't really matter what stack of order they're in. I'm also good at first-person shooter video games. So for me, it's...
How is the first...
I don't really get it.
Games relevant to anything that you're saying?
Well,
I'm trying to read the comments as I'm talking, which makes it a lot harder. Casual, you have a lot to say about this. And some random. Yeah, everybody that knows me says that I'm a thinker, but I think it's just because I don't have any extroverted feeling. Not necessarily because I don't have any values, but I don't know if I have any values. That's also a thing. Like I don't
FI
get
isn't
FI.
values. Well, it's values in terms of what you like, but not principles or anything like that.
But I feel like FI is also principles. I feel like a lot of FI
The
people
TI
are very principled.
principles are more TI related.
No,
TI is more about like
TI is not principles.
System building.
Yes, it is.
In a sense of personal system building. It's like
the socionics.
Oh, okay. Nothing is values? Okay, casual. So nobody has any values or nothing in this?
No, he's talking about the functions aren't about values, none of the functions.
But some people have a certain way of thinking that is based on values, but that doesn't have anything to do with this theory.
Where are you going with that point? That seems like just a random.
I think she's talking about some people put more stock into how they feel about things. Like I, for example, can have values and feelings about stuff, but I don't actually give a shit about them in the face of objective criteria.
Yeah.
And like my own values don't actually matter because they're not objective, basically. So in that sense, people think about it in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that there are objective values, and you can deduce what they are with TI. You don't just do it with FI.
The thing is that you can see what are the values of a society or a community or something, but then you can also have your own personal values that doesn't necessarily apply to the values of the society. And some people value their own values over society's values. And their principles are more important, and I thought that was the FI.
Sorry.
If you say you like chocolate ice cream over vanilla ice cream, that's FI.
No. I was just like oversimplifying the fact. Because don't know if I've said this enough, but I'm super duper drunk. So, and this is also my second language, so it's really hard for me to explain it. But let's say that there is an ethics system already implied, or already enrolled in a system, where there's a norm and people expect you to do certain things. And then you have your own set of values. Then if you decide to go by your set of values in despite of what society expects of you, but they're so important to you and you think that they are what society should be doing, then that is the FI talking. Which is totally different from what Eric was talking about earlier, but it's just what I assumed from what I read a few years ago.
I think a lot of those sites or whatever get that wrong. I think a lot of those sites get that wrong. When I ask like for principles or whatever, and it considers it an FI question.
Can you explain that a little bit better?
Well, FI isn't fair. There's no principles in it. It's not just.
Okay.
It's saying I want this because I want it. That's it. It's separated from every other function in the sense that it's just what you want. That's it.
Oh,
You should
okay.
see the video we made about that.
Interesting.
It's not quite that simple.
Well, it's probably just because I don't understand feelings, and that's why I make assumptions about feeling, even if it's in a theory.
Yeah, but you understand your own feelings, don't you?
No, which is also why I can't type myself. And I don't even know, what does polar mean? FI polar.
She's not FI polar. There's no fucking way. She's actively
We're talking about Socionics Model A now.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Socionics. I read about it a few years ago, but I didn't get into it.
I mean, it's like, do you want the system created by a couple of American schmucks with no actual psychology degree, or do you want the system created by a bunch of Eastern European psychiatrists?
I basically go off Jungian psychology.
Well, both of those
what
systems
Jung
are based off of
basically
Jungian psychology, but I mean,
I like the way that he talks about it as if you're not supposed to actually go around typing people, which is what I do, but I don't like that I'm doing it. But that's what he meant. It was meant for psychologists. It was meant as instead of typing people based on stupid psychology phrases meant on saying that there's something wrong with people, he wanted to say that people are different, and here is why. That's why he made it. That's why he came up with basically half the idea, which is what I think is good about the theory.
I mean, you're right about that. I mean, that's why I like Carl Jung better than Freud, for example. It's just a better approach.
She's not bulldozing people with her thinking. She's just going all feely, and no one can actually argue against her because it's all subjective. She's being like, everyone is different, blah, blah, blah. That's not like a logic thing. Like, she's not like bulldozing people with some like hardcore logic.
But that's what I get bashed around for in real life. Because now I'm actively trying not to bulldoze you because Suzanne has been.
You can bulldoze me.
Hard.
I don't think that you're necessarily capable of doing it.
I'm trying really hard not to be bulldozing.
Were you just saying that you're not because you're afraid that you're actually not going to be able to do so? Like, you don't have to like say that you're like, you don't have to hold back. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm holding back.
You haven't presented any good arguments.
I think most people here at least aren't actually trying to judge you. They're just
No, but
trying
I
to
don't care if
analyze
you're
you.
judging me. That's not why. I just don't want to be the person once again that creates the argument, because I'm trying really hard not to be just a troll freak with a bunch of unnecessary trolling.
I don't get the impression that you're trolling.
No, I'm not trying to.
I don't get that impression either.
It seems like you're worrying a little bit too much about how you're coming off to us. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I just really want to get off this topic now, so let's discuss something else.
Well, you can't just say that and expect us to just segue into a different topic. I mean, come on.
Well, let's segue into why don't you want to play first-person shooter games?
Me? Because I have horrible reflexes. And I also have really bad aim.
I'd rather read a textbook.
You all have horrible reflexes?
I like playing first person. Not necessarily that great at it, but I like it.
Yeah, I realize you don't have expert
Good.
sensing according to the theory, so you have horrible reflexes. I get it. But you say you don't?
What?
I'm better at strategy games.
No, sorry, I'm pointing at my phone, which is ridiculous because I know you can't see me. I'm talking to the girl that is talking. Yeah.
But I what?
You don't have horrible reflexes? You play first-person shooters?
No, I'm not very good at them. I can still enjoy something I'm bad at.
Oh, okay. So you're all introverted sensors?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then why? According to the theory, why?
You realize there's like different strength and functions, right?
Apparently I don't, so...
I don't
So you're
think
like,
extra sensing directly corresponds to good reflexes.
Here's the depth thing again. I haven't gone this deep into the theory.
I mean, it's all...
Why are you commenting on things that you don't know about? Like, why are you making critiques on things that you don't understand?
Because this is what I do.
Well, it's really
Because
intelligent.
I think I know something, and usually
Like,
I get away with it.
And then just like have these things and just
I just
really
have an
intuitively
intuitive
don't-
idea that I know something.
Wow. Okay. First person shooter games, real fun.
I mean, I agree that they can be fun to tool around in, even if you suck. I used to play like Team Fortress 2. That game was the best.
I honestly have never played Team Fortress 2, but I really like Gmod
Well,
because of it.
Overwatch is basically the new Team Fortress. I mean,
Or the new Neverwinter.
I still have before. I played GoldenEye and Mario Kart from 1997.
oh shit, I remember when I had my N64. Those were the days.
It was the last video game system that I ever purchased and enjoyed.
I actually like the GameCube.
Really, I've never played it.
Call me what you want. That thing was awesome.
But I'm with you on reflexes. I've never ever been able to position myself in space and time. Like I run into doors. I run into fucking
Yeah, I'm like that too.
everything. And I remember when I was in elementary school, we had these sets of doors that opened up from the center, and there was a pole down the middle, and they opened up like this. And I would always look down, because I always looked down. I was trying to keep because I don't like making eye contact with people. It's like a sick intrusion or something. I don't know. But I would keep my head down all the time. I would knock my head. I would bang my head on those metal rods like fucking at least twice a week. I'm clumsy as hell. I run into everything.